just a recap from my last video. I didn't work out much the past 2 weeks. I'm still gonna include those days because, like I said, I want this to be a realistic portrait of how long it takes me to work on my skills and stuff. But yeah, so technically my 2 weeks off still counts because maybe I got weaker, maybe I got stronger because of the rest. I don't really know. So I'm not normally sore after my workouts, which I'm not sure if that's a good or bad thing. But I think because I took such a long break of not working out my pull strength, whenever I worked out, I worked on muscle up strength. Well, I just worked on pull up strength strictly, and I'm super sore. So even though it's Monday and I normally start the week off with muscle up pull up training, which I really like working on actually, I'm gonna focus on push today because not a good idea to push my muscles when they're still recovering. So today will be more of like a push heavy stalder kind of day. We'll probably finish the day with push-ups because it's like my favorite workout. Very simple workouts are my favorite workouts, clearly. Pull-ups are my favorite pull exercise. Push-ups are my favorite push-up exercise. Like, wow. So innovative. But I mean, like I said, you really don't have to get super complicated with your exercise. I think sometimes the simple stuff is the best stuff because you can't mess it up. It's so much easier to get it right. Do what everyone already knows how to do. So yeah, I was kind of like looking back at why I was so inconsistent these past few weeks, and I think the big reason is I kept telling myself I'll just work out after work, which normally I've done that in the past and that hasn't been an issue. I've done it, I go after work when I say I will. But the thing is, I'd go straight after work. Last week, what I did instead was I went home first because I was hungry, and then I was like, I don't want to stay out and spend money on food when I can just go home and eat. So I was like, okay, I'll just go home, eat, wait till I digest, and then go to the gym. And that is what does not work for me. I'm barely home to begin with. I'm always out really late because I work most of the day, and then I'll stay out usually to edit and stuff because I can't do that at home. I don't know why. I just get too distracted when I'm at home. So I'll go to a cafe or something. I feel like my brain has associated my house with rest because I'm really only there when I'm getting ready for bed. And I think that's also another reason why weekends are weird for me, because usually to feel productive, I end up just doing a bunch of errands until I'm also usually out of the house on weekends too. So yeah, could you just say, oh, you just lack discipline? You said you're gonna go after the gym. It doesn't matter if you got lethargic when you got home. You should have just pushed through and gone to the gym. Yeah, sure. But I think this narrative that discipline alone is all you need to push through all the time to be consistent or to reach your goals or to do what you said you were gonna do is kind of unrealistic. I very much think we're just a creature of habits, and if you want to succeed, you have to make your new goals fit into your habits, right? So I already have to get up and go to work. So going to a gym on my way to work makes it easy because it's not out of the way. It's not so much more difficult. I mean, yes, I have to go to bed earlier. That's the hardest part of it. But once I got my sleep schedule adjusted, that was it. That was the only hard part. The rest came pretty easily. The only time it's hard for me to go to the gym in the morning is when I go to sleep late. So I've tried to be a lot better about that. But yeah, if you completely revamp your whole like life from one day to the next, and then you wonder why you aren't more motivated or more disciplined, and why you keep falling off, and why you can't just do what you set yourself out to do. Like, you're literally making it impossible for yourself. So I don't really think that I'm that disciplined when it comes to like, because sometimes people are like, wow, that's crazy, like you go to the gym so consistently, you go so early, like good job. And it's like, yes, to an extent, but I really feel like that's a small part of it, because clearly we see what happens when I say, oh, I'll just go to the gym after I eat dinner at my house. Like, it doesn't happen. Clearly I'm not that disciplined when you take it out of my routine, you know? So that's kind of why I was also like, I'm not really going to be that hard on myself about it. Like, a lot of the times I am hard on myself when it genuinely, I'm just being lazy. I had everything set up for me to succeed and I just chose not to do it. Then yes, I'll be mad at myself, because I'll just be like, I just wanted to lay here and scroll on my phone instead of get up. So yeah, what's the point of this tangent? Normally I kind of just talk about like whatever comes into my brain in these morning rides, and I'll save like the insight, advice, takeaways that I got from my workout, my day, like for the end of the video. But I just wanted to like preface with that, because I know a lot of people like find it really hard to be consistent and to like have discipline. Like, sheer discipline is not going to work all the time, but I think it's very easy to be disciplined when everything is just set out in a perfect way for you to not mess up. And so yeah, you just kind of got to fix your routine and focus on the things that make it hard for you to accomplish those goals, and then work on that by itself solely. Like, my issue when I started this was, okay, I got this new job. I know I don't like working out in the evening. I'm just way too tired after work. It doesn't work for me. I need to work out in the morning. So what did I have to do? I had to change my sleep schedule. That was the hardest part. I focused on going to bed earlier every day, and it takes a while for your body to adjust, but then it finally did. So yeah. Alright, I think that's it for my morning talk. I will see you at the gym. And yeah. So I started my workout by messing around with some parallettes, and I did warm up with some L-sit holds, but I was ultimately trying to practice pike presses from here. So what I was trying to do was lift my feet as high as I could, and then after some time just swing back and use the momentum to do most of the work for me. So I realized this is a lot easier than doing a static pike press, and I just wanted to see if I was able to do it. I couldn't, but I definitely did get a lot higher than I did without the momentum, so I just wanted to play around with this a bit. I think pike presses are just really good for push strength in general, and I feel like this strength translates really well to stalders, so that's why I wanted to practice this. But once I was done with that and I realized, okay, I'm not really making much headway on this, I just practiced some push strength with L-sit holds. My goal was to keep my legs completely parallel to me and above the parallettes the entire time, which I think was helpful because it made me more aware of when my legs started dropping, and it made me focus a little bit more, which I thought helped. My next set, you can kind of see immediately how quickly my legs start to drop compared to my previous set, and I'm trying hard to keep them as high up above the ground as possible, but I was just getting really fatigued really quickly here. So then I moved on and I was like, okay, I'm gonna try and see if I can do a stalder just out of curiosity, and that was a quick nope. So I decided to go back to the basics and do my banded stalders today. But up until this point, I haven't been able to press all the way up, so I thought using a heavier resistance band would help me, but it really didn't.
It gave me a wedgie, and the guy next to me saw me struggling and just ended up kind of laughing at me. So I was embarrassed and wasn't even able to get all the way down because the resistance was way too heavy. But after watching me struggle enough, he actually gave me some good advice.
Taking like another band and using it to get that band lower, like this. Possibly. It's worth a try. You want to try this one?
So after he showed me how he attached one band to another band, my world was forever blown, and I was like, wow, this actually makes it so much easier. Because before, not only was the resistance really hard to measure because I had to take the height into account as well, but I also had to balance on top of the block or bench that I was doing the press on, which I feel like made it more difficult for me. So I messed around with this. I did a few pulses, but I was finally able to press all the way through by doing it like this. So I was really excited about this, and I was really happy that he helped me, even though he laughed at me, but it's okay. And once all my push strength was kind of exhausted, I just closed out my workout with 3 sets of as many push-ups as I could do and called it a day. It was a really good way to get that last bit of energy out, and I was just feeling really strong overall after being able to finally press all the way through my banded stalders. So I was pressed for time at the end of my workout, so I didn't have any time to pose, but this was the end of my workout, so on to the car ride to work. I had a good workout. I'm so excited. I love when I have a good workout. It's like a great start to the day. I also think I made my second gym friend. So I can officially say I'm a gym goer because I know people at the gym now. I know that it takes time to see progress and stuff. I would really prefer if you just saw progress every time you came to the gym because, like, what the heck? If I came last time and I had a good workout, the result should be I am stronger today, you know? I don't know why it's more complicated than that, but whatever. It's fine. It only took a few weeks, but I made progress. I was finally able to complete my stalder on the band, which was nice. I had a really good push day. I felt like I was able to hold my L-sits a little bit longer. But yeah, good workout. I'm happy. I ended up having a side conversation, like off camera, with the guy that helped me. He is the only other person in the gym that also does calisthenics, which is cool. And he was giving me a lot of pointers, which I really appreciated. So obviously the most immediate tip was like the band in the band so that it could reach the floor, which makes a lot more sense than me doing it on an elevated surface, but I don't know whatever, that never occurred to me. And then also I told him, I was like, yeah, I'm training like my stalder and my muscle up because he was doing muscle ups like when I first got there, and I was like, wow, that's really cool. Like, how did you get your muscle up? Like, how many pull-ups did you need to do it? And so he was giving me like pointers with that too, which very much appreciated because, I mean, yeah, you can look up how to do stuff, but I feel like everyone has like different issues when they're learning stuff. And I feel like people are gonna focus on the things that they struggled with to get their skills, but sometimes the things that they struggled with aren't the things that you struggled with, so you'll like hear that and you're like, yeah, I'm doing all that, like that's not helpful. So he was like, I was able to like directly tell him like, yeah, I'm having issues with this and this, and he gave me like really helpful tips. So I'm happy. I made progress on my stalder. I possibly made a new friend at the gym, and I got very helpful advice. So good workout, good day, good start to the day. Like I said, I very much am still really sore. Like my whole back is sore still from my last workout. So depending how I feel tomorrow, I may or may not do muscle ups. We'll see. But regardless of what I work on tomorrow, I'll still definitely be going to the gym. I just don't really know what I'm going to focus on yet. I'm not sure if I'm sore because I had like a better workout than normal, or if it's just because I took time off, or maybe both. I don't know. Yeah, that's it. I kind of said everything at the beginning on my way here. But yeah, I'm happy. Hopefully I am this much closer to my skills. We'll see. I'm giving myself till before the end of the year, so hopefully we're good on time. I only have like a month and some change, so actually it's not looking good, but I'm doing my best. So okay, I hope you have a good workout today. I hope you have a good day.